Hey, Coach Terry here, and I'm here with my friend Sean Taheri from Taheri's Restaurant. We're in Walnut Creek. So, Sean, exactly where are we located here?
We're on 2999A Oak Road in Walnut Creek. They call us Uptown Walnut Creek. We're right across from the Pleasant Hill Bar Station, a couple doors down from the Embassy Suites in Walnut Creek.
Good. And how long have you been here?
August will be 18 years.
18 years in the same spot.
18 years in the same spot, yes.
So, what made you decide to come here and open a restaurant? What brought you here?
Well, previously I was the director of operation for a company from San Francisco, and my job was to go around. Basically, my job was to go and open restaurants that would just do a cosmetic change, go in, design the menu, then as the construction was done to where we wanted to look like, I would hire the staff, I would create the cash flow, training, closing, opening procedures, stay in the restaurant for about 6 months, make sure that it's profitable, and then I would move to the next subject. At one time, we had 6 restaurants going and about 250 employees. So then this was my last project, this is a much smaller version of what we were doing. We have about 40 seats in this restaurant, and the idea at the time when we opened this restaurant was to make this kind of a Mediterranean restaurant, and then we were going to multiply that throughout the United States. So we make good quality, freshness, all over. So this was, and then at that time, I met my to-be wife, and we decided to kind of do our own thing, open our own little shop, and this restaurant, since it was the last restaurant that I opened, my previous boss told me that, if you want, you can have this restaurant. We worked it out, so we've been here for 8 years.
So now this one's yours?
Yes.
Fantastic. What's your food
The
like?
concept of the food is Mediterranean, which means a lot of seafood, a lot of grilled items.
Healthy.
Healthy, yes.
Something
absolutely.
a coach could recommend to his clients.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would highly recommend, at lunch to come in and have a chicken kebab served with the Greek salad on the side.
Yes.
All we have on that, we will have white breast of chicken that was grilled, fresh, and served with the Greek salad with cucumbers, tomatoes, feta cheese, with the lemon, olive oil, and a touch of dry meat, and then salt and pepper to your satisfaction.
And at dinner time, you have some always delicious, sometimes specials that you don't have every day. I had the best rack of lamb here that I've ever had in California. In fact, I haven't had rack of lamb that good since I had it at Joe's Stone Crab in Miami Beach.
Thanks, you're
So
very kind.
you're up there with some of the top restaurants in the world,
Thank
which
you.
this is one.
Thank you. Every day we will have specials. So we look at what we've been doing, and we kind of go and what's fresh right now, and when it's the crab season, and all that kind of stuff. So
Yes.
you kind of design your menu toward what the season is for what the different products have become available to us at that time.
Yes.
The rack of lamb that you were talking about is served with the garlic mashed potato vegetables. The vegetables that we're using right now is the asparagus and carrots.
Yes.
That's what's in season. And if you like lamb, rack of lamb is probably one of your best choices.
There's lamb in quite a few Greek dishes, aren't there?
Absolutely.
Mediterranean style.
Lamb is it's in many of our dishes. We have lamb shank, we do lamb chops,
Oh,
we do
boy.
grilled lamb loin, and so there's different types of doing lamb. But then I think that it's a great variety of meat that you can have once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Sure. So what would be one of your favorite items that you would?
Well, one of my favorite items, is I love the scallops. So
Scallops.
scallop linguine.
Oh, yeah.
It's with sun-dried tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, and fresh basil. It's one of my favorites. If scallops are cooked the right way, to me, nothing tastes like it. It's great. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, if you do scallops right, it has mouth-watering.
Yes.
How about your wine list? Where do you get your ideas for which wines you get and which wines you decide not to?
Well, you know, my wife, Honeylyn, she helps me a lot with the wine selections. What we do is that I work with like 3 different vendors, and we'll have a tasting. Actually, I have one set up for this coming Friday.
Oh. Can I come?
Of course, you, please come. Now what we do is that I will tell the vendor that these are the wines that I'm interested in. A Pinot Noir, on the Italian side, I'd like to try a Vernaccia, a Valpolicella, a Chianti, and I want them to be in different ranges, I want different flavors, I want to be able to match them with different dishes. So she will take notes, they will bring the wines that they think it's going to be appropriate for what we're trying to do, and we have a tasting. We sit down, and we just taste wines for about an hour or 2. I make notes, and then we of course check on the pricing, the availability, and all that kind of stuff. And then we make decisions and go from there.
Do you do some catering, or do you just concentrate on what happens?
This restaurant, our catering, we do so much catering. I can say easily that 60% of our business is catering. Catering is a restaurant within restaurant. That you just, you know, when you come to this restaurant, like about between 11 and 12 o'clock, there's probably about 7 to 10 different companies that we go on a daily basis.
On a daily basis.
You know, we go in groups of 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 100, whatever that we have, you know, worked out. We're in a lot of doctors' offices, a lot of law firms, a lot of businesses, people that like want to do presentations. And they bring in lunch, absolutely, and that's where we come in. And they have been recommending us, like a lot of pharmaceuticals, they get a chance to do a presentation for the doctors, and the doctors usually recommend us because they think that if the food that we serve is healthy, and if they order it, then it should be good for the public as well.
Yes. What if my daughter was gonna get married? If I had a daughter, do you do weddings? What is special about the way you would provide for a wedding or a 60th birthday party or something really cool like that? You know, at somebody's house.
Our focus is mostly, we don't do as many weddings because we're geared, a lot of weddings happen on the weekends, on Sundays. We're not open on Sundays.
Not open on Sundays.
So, but we do a lot of anniversaries, birthday parties, special occasions, you know, Christmas parties and so forth. And people could call me, or they come to the restaurant. They say, "I have a group of, you know, we're going to do a celebration, anniversary celebration, the 60th birthday or something like that." And what I usually do, I tell them, please look at the menu. Tell me what items. Do not worry about the pricing, but just tell me what sounds good to you, and then I will work a proposal out for you. And then I will send the proposal to you. You take a look at it. You make your adjustments. Then we'll do a tasting. Make sure that everything is what you want to have, and see that the food is what you like, the tasting and all that kind of stuff. And then from there, I will meet you at your location.
At your house before.
At your house, location that you're going to have your party, so that I know exactly how to get in.
Yes.
I know where your kitchen is. I know how we want to set up, the flow of people, what you're going to need. You're going to need china, you're going to need silverware, you're going to need glassware. Do you need a server, or 2 or 3? All of that, so that when the day comes and we're delivering to you, we exactly know where we're going. We know what the setup is going to be like, and just take it from there.
And you don't have to worry about anything. You just show up at your own party, and everything's taken care of, and you have a good time instead of spending your whole day worrying about whether something's going to work out right.
Absolutely,
that's fantastic.
That's
the experience that you provide. And how about waiters or wait staff, somebody to help serve? Do you have anybody to help with that?
Absolutely. We have, I've been lucky to know a group that has been working with me for so many years. I would say probably over 10 or 15 years. I have a staff that they're dedicated, they know exactly what they're doing. They show up on time, they're neat, they're clean, and when they come to your house, they absolutely know what to do. They kind of make sure they know where the food is, what they need to do as far as the wine, bringing wine, pouring wine, opening bottles, serving as a bartender. They just know exactly to create the nice flow that your guests would be totally comfortable, and you as the master of the party don't have to worry about. You know,
Yes, of course.
was that taken? Do you want some wine? Yes, pick up that dish. You don't have to worry. You know, that's because
Already
that's,
done for you.
It's all being done for you.
And then they clean up at the end and take it all with them.
Take him, clean him out, take him out. I'm a civil engineer.
Ah.
That's when I went to school, and I know, like for the corporate functions that we do,
Yes,
being on time,
being on time.
making sure that you have the right, you don't forget the spoon, that the fork, you know, you didn't forget the dessert,
And the food.
the food, you know, it just all of that.
Yes.
Because I have been on the other side of the coin, and I know that it would be embarrassing
Yes,
for the client when the caterer is late, doesn't have the right proper utensils, or the food doesn't taste good, or
Yes.
or the presentation is off.
so your food is going to taste how?
The food is going to be excellent.
Excellent. And what are your hours here?
The hours are we're open for lunches. We're open from 11:30 to 3 Monday to Fridays. For dinner, we're open from Monday to Thursday nights from 5 to 9. Friday and Saturday nights we're open from 5 to 10, and Sundays we're closed.
Sundays are closed. Monday for lunch you're closed?
Monday we're open from 11:30 to
Oh,
3.
they're open for lunch on Mondays. That's fantastic. How many places are open for lunch on Monday? Not too many. Good. Well, Sean, thanks for all that.
My pleasure. Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Coach.
And I got to tell you, I have eaten here, and it was wonderful. And I did have Sean cater a special party for me, for my clients on my patio, and the server was phenomenal.
Natalia.
Natalia was wonderful. I put a dish down, she picked it up before it even hit the ground. Well, the table. Not too many things hit the ground. We weren't that drunk yet. But the food was really good. It was all hot, it was all fresh, and it was delicious, and we had a wonderful evening. And my beautiful wife didn't have to worry about anything that night except enjoying herself and enjoying our company together.
Oh, that's
Okay,
great.
so
Thank
again,
you.
it was a pleasure to visit with
Pleasure
you
is
here.
all mine. Thank you.
And come down here and eat.